Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Monday the 10th of March 2025. It's the main 15 by 15. I've had a couple of goes at this recently and some decent times. I tend to pick the easier puzzles, and I know that this is supposed to be an easier puzzle. So um, yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. I haven't got any setter information, but I understand it's meant to be easy. So what I can do really is reset the timer and crack on. Dog chasing black bird. That'll be a beagle. Eagle beagle. Most amusing peer recording case. Most amusing would be funniest or something. Fun. Peer fun in case. Don't think so. Right. High season issue. High season issue. Pepper. Reptile beginning to generate reverberation from. It's a gecko, isn't it? Gecko. He campaigns against nonsense and expects to make a killing. He campaigns against nonsense. Expect to make a killing is. We'll put a stockbroker or something like that, but unless it's some kind of assassin, manslaughter, nonsense, laughter, slaughter, manslaughter. I think that's manslaughter. Man, slaughter. Manslaughter. No, doesn't it? Man. Okay, maybe not then. That seemed a bit too optimistic, didn't it? Broadcast outstanding work of poetry. Ode. Ode is outstanding. Some royal PR, I agree, brought about radio exposure. I assume that's a hidden word backwards. Scare. We've got lay. Airplane. Right. Trees usually shade this ace location. Trees usually shade this ace location. Femme fatale, forgetting ultimate sacred word. Is that thank you? Is that amen? Amen. Forgetting G. Femme fatale. Forgetting ultimate sacred, which is a D. Word. I don't know. Lay rug in a street in Paris to the west. So rue. Rug. Mat. Lay. And what have we got? EU. Mat. Rue. A street. Rue. Lay could be amateur. Could it be amateur? Yeah, I think it's amateur actually. Mat. Yeah. There you go. Rue backwards. Nick has suspension reversed. Nick. Steel. Nick. Has suspension reversed. What's that about? Okay. Repel. Big man. Somehow withstanding all attacks. Repel. Big man. Giant. Is that an anagram? Repel. Big man? Yeah, probably isn't it? Well, what would that be? Withstanding all attacks is not going to come to me immediately. Hint of exasperation. Adult expressed. Hint of expression. Tut. Adult expressed. Say utter. Mutter. After work, iPhone Leo. He loves a good wine on the blower. What is going on there? After work, Opie. I ring. Ring call. I call. Leo, he loves a good wine on the blower. State vessel evacuated. American elite troops. I mean, the American elite troops are the Green Berets. Vessel evacuated would suggest VL, but that doesn't really go anywhere. American elite troops, Green Berets, US SAS, Arkansas, Leslie's Ark, American is AN, elite troops Arkansas, there we are. Copenhagen Cybersex hosting business. What is going on there? Copenhagen, is that just a hidden word? Agency, there we are, agency. Okay, well that has gone very well, I would say, for a first pass of the main cryptic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So is that 2, 4, 6, 7? Yeah, wow. Plus another half in there. Cow licks below forehead. That's not so good. Cow lick below forehead. We put bonds. Cow lick. Don't know. Lick is probably beat, isn't it? Beat. Lick. Beat. Let's put a B there for beat. I can't think what kind of cow it would be though if it is a beat. Forehead, browbeat, there we are. Okay, browbeat, got it, nice. Terrible entertainment, briefly interrupts boring item. Is that an all? I think it is, isn't it? Terrible entertainment, briefly interrupts, entertainment, terrible, awful. I don't know where the FU comes from. Fun would be entertainment, wouldn't it? Okay. Have a friend over for drink, lap, pal going backwards. Event where competitors use craft. I assume that's like a craft being arts and craft event, competitors. Not sure about that. Okay, tricky deception, shocked Nigel, dear me. Nigel, dear me could be an anagram. Got a G and an A in place. Tricky deception is a not deception. Don't know. Ooh, what's going on here? Pen accompanied to letter. Pen accompaniment to letter. Pen and ink. Ink. Not sure about that S anymore. Tense. Oh, there's T. Argument leads to engineering lobbing tool. Trowel. There we are. Trowel. Is that going to be est? And if so, what's going on there? Okay. Shabby looking husband aboard small boat. Oh gosh. Shabby looking. Sketchy. Sket. No, can't be sketchy. Small boat would be a small dinghy. Dinghy and dingy, I think that is. Oh gosh, if I could type, I'd be deadly. Dingy. There we are. Dingy. Tender cut of ling I'm often cooking. Okay, that looks like another anagram of ling I'm often. Tender cut. Ling I'm often. Gosh, unless that's a. Yeah, I think that's about right. We'll come back to that one, I think. Bardot. Is that Bridget? Bridget Bardot. Endlessly tossed hair. I assume that's an anagram of Bardot. That'll stop the traffic. Tossed hair. It's a lock, isn't it? I think. Bardot. Red light. Get rid of the T. Road. I've got road. Roadblock. Roadblock. There we are. Roadblock. I was having problems with the D and the B together. Place for putting every other sample of early plants. I assume that's every other sample will be ERY. Let's see if that just fits every plants. No, it doesn't work. Unless it's ERY there. Plants would be greenery, wouldn't it? Place for putting every other. Place for putting. Place for putting is the green, isn't it? Yeah, very nice. Okay. Jar American artist filled with noodle soup. Jar. American artist is a USRA, I think, or an ARA. Filled with noodle. Okay. Jar. with noodle soup. Is that an anagram of soup? I think it is, isn't it? In which case I don't know what it is. Alpulse, don't know. Unless it's R. I'm going to leave the A there for now, but I'm not convinced by it. Getting older is aging. Each caged dingo. Aged dingo free from cat aging, yeah. Just aging. Just take the letters off. Ecstasy and booze upset mother. So, actually that's Ma. It's a complex problem. Is that eczema? Booze, eczema. Eczema. Ecstasy. What's this? Cob. Nick. Has suspension release. Reversed. Nick. Nab. That's nab. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. Put N-A-B. Enigma. Gin. Yeah, chickens to booze. Okay. Northern child. I must shelter in farm building. A bairn. That'll be a bairn from Scotland. Boxer dog with a flat, wrinkled face. Is that a pug? Boxer dog. Boxer is a pugilist. So a pug, yeah, I think it's a pug. Okay, that's gone very well in that case. 10:58. High season issue is off. Whoa, what's that? Off. This one. He campaigns, okay, against nonsense. Expects to make a killing as a bullfighter. Nonsense is that. Fighter is campaigns against. Oh, what's this? Tender cut of ling. Okay, I'm often. Is it often? Cut of ling. Tender. Filing. What was this again? Femme fatale, forgetting ultimate. Sacred word. Abracadabra. Hint of expression. Adult exasperation. Hint of exasperation. Adult expressed. Grown. I think that is. Grown up. This one. After work. Oh gosh, it's this one again. iPhone Leo. He loves a good wine on the blower. What is going on there? After work. iPhone. Ring. Opine. Complain. Con. So okay, there's a blah there, isn't there? Withstanding all attacks is impregnable, I think. Impregnable, I think. I think I spelled that right. I'm going to go with it. What the heck sometimes. Okay, that's really looking like the anagram of... in which case I'm in trouble. Arpo sewer. If that was after work. He loves a good wine on the blower. Ring. This one. Cut of ling. I'm often cooking. Or is it? Let's go back to these ones over here. 5 down. Event where... I haven't got enough there, have I really? Most amusing. Peer recalled in case. Case is a suit. If that was a suit, I don't think that's right. If that was a suit, droll, lord, duke. Most amusing. We'd normally say it's an EST there, I think. Pen. Drake. Accompaniment to letter. Reptile beginning to generate reverberation. G echo. I think it is. I think that's an echo gecko. That one then. Tricky deception. Nigel, dear me. Okay, so that's is that ledger domain? I think it is, isn't it? Ledger domain. I think that is spelt. Droll list. I suppose that is droll. Est. What is that droll list? That gets me back there though. There's a lord, but he's not recalled in the case. Recalled in case. Lest. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. What is that? Enk pen. Ooh. It's not a lot that goes so starts there really. Event where competitors use craft. This one here. Wherever it is. There it is. Trees. Oh gosh, this one. Trees usually. Is that? I feel like there's an alternate letters thing that you shade this ace. Trees usually shade this ace. Okay, so there's ace A1. I mean, if that was an ing word, I don't know. It's high season issues. Is off spring. That kind of issue. Event. Writer. Right. Where competitors use craft. Is it craft as in boats? Is it craft as in arty things, or is it craft as in being a little bit what's the word? Secretive. Regatta, I suppose. Regatta. Yeah. Okay, so trees. Arboretum. Usually shade add death. No, I think it's a hidden word unless there's one in ace location. This ace. I'm down to those last few. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. 16 minutes. I mean, that's femme fatale. I really don't want to do this one though, do I? Jar. American artist. Filled with noodle soup. I think that's POU. I don't know why. What's that? After work. That'll be Arpusa. What does that mean, Arpusa? Doesn't mean anything to me. Tender. I'll write that out. I'm actually going to write this one out now. Of Ling, I'm often. Yeah, I've got enough. I've probably got Ling, I'm often. Ling, I'm off 10. I've got the clue letters there. Yeah, I've got I, N, N, okay, F, L, F, L, which leaves me G, M, T, and I, O, E. I, O, E going into a word that I can't. Is that feel? No. F. Fill. F something L, something. I mean, there's not many words that go there. Phil Mignon, isn't it? Is that Phil Mignon? Is that a... And why is it Mignon? I'm often cooking. Mignon. I think that's Phil Mignon, isn't it? So the second word is mignon. Yep. Okay, that leaves me a T. Filet midday. Filet. Filet mignon. Blumeneck. Words I'm not used to. Fin drink is probably my least lovable situation. Femme fatale. I think this is going to be one of these. I think this is going to be one of these mythological people I've got no idea about. And then I'm just looking at that EKO something E up in the top right because I've got no idea where that's going either. And then that there could be spelled in lots of ways really. I think American artist filled. I think there's an RA there, so it's probably Aspora, which makes that a U. After work, iPhone Leo. Is that an anagram? That's just an anagram of iPhone Leo, isn't it? Where am I getting the U then? So I can't have the U there. Oh gosh, so another anagram, iPhone Leo. Let's take out the letters I haven't got. I think. So I've got rid of the I, the P, the E, the N. So I've got H-O-O-L-E, which is file, some kind of file, I think. Monophile? Monophile, I suppose. In which case I'm in trouble here, aren't I? Omniphile. He loves a good wine on the blower. Hmm. I mean, monophile would seem like the... But then what I'm doing there, asp, filled with noodle soup. Is there something I don't know? Asp. And this one, femme fatale, forgetting ultimate sacred word. I wonder if that's tar. Okay, this one again. Trees, usually, is that an anagram? Trees usually shade this ace, which makes that S. Location. No, no idea. There's ledger domain 3 E's in it. Nigel, dear me, yep. Pen. Accompaniment to letter. That was Lord backwards with lest being in case. Escrow. Pen. Accompaniment is a Drake, but that doesn't work. To letter. So this is really now highlighting the difference between a quick crossword and the main cryptic, and how the good guys think the main cryptic is quick, which it is, to be fair. But I don't know I just haven't done enough of this level of crossword to know these last few answers. Enk. Is there anything coming into my mind? Esk. Usually shade this ace location. An ace is can't we guess hearts, can't we guess spades. Regatta I think is correct, I would say. Event where competitors use craft, I mean it could just be. I don't really know what a monophile is, but I'm assuming a good wine on the blower. In which case, what is this? With noodle soup. I don't know what noodle soup is, if that's the case. I don't know jar. I can't think of what jar is. Let's take the A out for a minute and just see. Femme fatale would be something like, it's not Electra. Forgetting ultimate sacred. I think let's take out D to get to word. Word would be, I don't know. Can I really think of a word that's got 6 letters with an A and T for word? It's not character. So I kind of feel like I've probably got as far as I'm getting on this one, really, because that pen accompaniment to letter, I don't know if it's some kind of, I want to say some kind of trick where it's like an accent or something, or an apostrophe or something, accompaniment to letter, so it's just an individual letter, accompaniment extra. I'm pretty certain gecko's right. Reptile, beginning to generate reverberation from the sound of it, so echo is spelt that way, I'm pretty certain. Oh no, it's not CK actually, it's CK, gecko that way. So that makes that pen accompaniment is a enclosure. Yes, enclosure. Okay, that makes sense. Enclosure is a pen. So this becomes avenue, I think. Yep, ace for ace. Yeah, so just leaves these two down here. Mantra word. Mantra. If that was mantra, I don't know if it is mantra, because I can't think what the femme fatale for getting ultimate. It's a man trap, isn't it? Without the P. Sacred word is mantra. So that just leaves this to be something I have got no idea about, really. Assuming a monophile is correct. I'm going to actually just check to see if that's correct, because there's no point in continuing on if I've got it wrong. No, I've got it wrong. Omnophile, I guess that is. Which makes that probably, as I originally thought, what's that? Soup. Alpsora. Aspura, I think. No, not quite right. What have I got? Soup. So maybe it's puosa. Puosa? No. Let's check it. I mean, might as well just. Oh, it's not an omnophile. What have I done wrong? There's no O. Sorry. Why did I have an M in there? It's an L. Is it an L? Two O's, HLE, and an L. No. Flipping out. What have I crossed out wrong in the iPhone Leo? Two O's. Leo. It's two E's. Enophile, is that right? Oh, eliminate, go away. Check. Right. So that just becomes, I think that's probably that's why I had a problem, because that one was wrong as well. ASU. Oh. Flipping heck. Okay. So that's the S and that Alpsora. Oh, really? Noodle soup. Okay, what's going on there? No, I'm really annoyed. Amphora, I think that is. Is that amphora? Is that a word? Yeah, word I've heard of. I don't know why it is. Right, I'm going to go through that as best I can. That was I mean, to be fair, it was only those two, and that was a silly mistake on my part, enophile, but that amphora, I actually have kind of heard of it, I suppose, because I knew it at the end when I stopped trying to do something with the anagram, but I still don't quite fully understand it. Right, let's go through. So we've got a dog is a beagle, a bee for black, and an eagle is a bird. We've got most amusing is drollest. A peer record is Lord going backwards, and just in case, lest is just in case, or in case. High season is high season issue. I don't know if high is off. Spring is the season. I don't know if high season is off spring or high is off and spring is, whether it's separated or not. An issue in this case is talking about children. They issue from certain places. So offspring are issue. Reptile is gecko lizard. We've got the beginning to generate is the G, and then reverberation is an echo. with a sound like. He campaigns against nonsense. So he's a bullfighter, fights against bull BS, and expects to make a killing. So you have to kill the bull. Broadcast outstanding, so owed as in OWED, owed an amount of money, outstanding amount of money, and work of poetry is an ode. Some is your hidden word indicator. Brought about saying it's backwards. Radio exposure is airplay, beginning in a groove and working backwards. Trees usually shade this, so you get an avenue which is lined with trees, and ace is a, and location is a venue. Femme fatale, I think, is a man trap without the P, forgetting the ultimate letter, and the sacred word is mantra. Lay is amateur, layperson is an amateur. Rug is a mat, in A, and then French street is a rue, and that's going backwards because it's to the west. If you nick something, you nab it, and suspension reversed is a band going backwards. What do you got? Repel big man is an anagram of impregnable, somehow is your anagram indicator, and withstanding all attacks is impregnable. Hint of exasperation is a groan, and an adult express got a sound like of groan. Think of a W in there, groan, adult. After work, iPhone Leo. So we've got anagram coming up with which after work is the anagram indicator. iPhone Leo is an anagram of, I guess it's an enophile. I don't know what an enophile is, but whatever they are, they love a good wine on the blower. We've got the state of Arkansas. Vessel is an ark. Evacuate American is the AN, so take the letters out of American, and elite troops are the SAS, Special Air Service. Copenhagen cybersex is containing a hidden word or agency, so hosting is your hidden word indicator, and business is an agency. Cows. Yeah, so if you force someone to cow down, that you browbeat them. A lick is a bit, you've been licked, you've been beaten. Below the forehead, which is your brow. Terrible is awful. Entertainment, it briefly is fun without the N on it, and that's interrupting a boring item. So an awl is a tool which makes holes, bores holes. Have friend over, so pal going backwards. A drink, if you drink something, you lap it up. Event where competitors use graphs, so that's just a straight cryptic. In a regatta, the competitors are using Seacraft. Tricky deception is a legerdemain. It's not one of those words I would have known straight off as being a tricky. I could have defined, but I have seen it a few times. Shocked is your anagram indicator that Nigel Dear Me is an anagram of legerdemain. A pen is an enclosure, and an accompaniment to a letter isn't something you enclosure. I enclose this. Tense is T, argument is a row, and the leads to engineer lobbing is EL, which gives you a trowel, which is a tool. Shabby looking is dingy. Husband boarding the small boat, so it's a H going into dinghy. Tender is filet mignon, or tender cut maybe, and I think that's an anagram of ling I'm often. And cooking is your anagram indicator. Bardo endlessly, so take off the T from Bardo, toss it, i.e. anagram it, which gives you the first 5 letters of roadblock, and hair is a lock a hair, and a roadblock will stop traffic. Place for putting is a green in the golf course, putting green, and every other sample of early, so the first, third and fifth letters of early give you the ERY, and plants that could be greenery. Right, a jar is an amphora, I know that. An American is an A, an artist is an R. Filled with noodle sauce. Filled with noodle soup. I don't know what MPHO is. Mfo. Is that the name of a noodle soup? It's definitely not an anagram of soup. Miles per hour, 0. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. It may be something I've just not heard of. Getting older is aging. Each, and then if we look at caged and dingo, and we take off the C and D from caged and the D and the O from dingo, we get there's aging hidden in there, so they're freed from captivity. Each is saying to do that to each of those two words. Ecstasy is an E. Booze upset is gin going upwards, and mother is ma, and an enigma is a complex problem. A northern child is a bairn. I mean, it's really, when you say northern, we're talking about Scottish. I must shelter, so put an I into a farm building, which is a barn. And then a boxer is a pug, as in a pugilist, and a pug dog has a flat wrinkled face. So there we go. 28 minutes. Struggled on that amphora because it's not second nature to me. Wouldn't have been a PB, but it would have been a fast time if I'd got through that one and hadn't messed up the anagram of enophile. So there we go, all done. Thanks for watching.